I think he purchased it specifically because, or originally he, I don't even think he originally wanted to purchase it. He thought he could get out of it. Then he was forced to purchase it and immediately devalued it. In the process of devaluing it, he was like, well, I'm just going to make the most of this. And I'm going to use Twitter as the new 4chan, as a faucet for unrestricted right-wing content that I agree with. That is so crazy. What the fuck? Oh my God. In June 2024, Trump started telling his supporters he didn't need votes. He had more votes than he needs. In October, Tucker said Elon was fucked and would go to jail if Trump loses. Every single state needs a full investigation and recount, including Starlink activity.
Votes that we need. What we need, I tell these guys, I tell even RNC, I tell Michael, I tell Laura, I don't care. We have all the votes.
If he loses, man, what? You're fucked, dude.
I'm fucked. If he loses, I'm fucked.
It does seem that way. You can't just be like,
Yeah, I'm like, how long do you think my prison sentence is going to be? Do you think, will I see my children? I don't know.
Oh my God. Okay, this has 34,000 likes. Okay. Oh, this is how Elon Musk. So is this actually is this where the conspiracies are coming from? This has 1.8 million likes. Because I have this. I've been, I wanted to watch this video for a while. Where the fuck is it? I've been meaning to watch this, but I didn't realize it was I didn't realize this was like a conspiracy video. I thought this was like a normal video that talks about how Elon Musk bought Twitter and then basically turned Twitter into this insane reactionary shithole. And that was a massive fucking faucet of right-wing content. It's not a conspiracy video. Yeah, this is like a normal video, right?
Solicited offer to buy Twitter for $44 billion. He claims the site has become politically skewed and says, for Twitter to deserve public trust, it must be politically neutral. October 27th, the deal goes through. The next evening, a far-right conspiracy theorist breaks into the San Francisco home of Democrat House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, intending to kidnap her. Pelosi is away.
Do I agree with Asmongold that Twitter was a great investment for Elon? I hate to admit that I had to give props to Elon for this, but I do think it's like financially, no. I mean, he bought it for 44 billion. It's now valued at 20, right? But you have to understand something. It's not just buying Twitter, but using Twitter as a right-wing propaganda faucet. Okay. And simultaneously fully and firmly committing to Donald Trump and, trying to get him reelected has now put him in the federal government. This is a billionaire, the richest person on the planet, who has been the recipient of lawsuits from every single regulatory agency, okay? Every single one. And now he has complete control and influence over every single one of these regulatory agencies. It's kind of crazy. It was a perfect disaster. So shouts out to Kamala Harris. Asmongold thinks it did it intentionally. What? You got banned because you said Asmongold, I think. But Asmongold thinks it did it intentionally to gain access to the presidency. No shot he purchased and devalued Twitter significantly from the beginning. If it's true, that happened later. Yeah, no, I don't think he bought Twitter to gain access to the presidency. I think he bought Twitter because he was forced to buy Twitter. He didn't want to buy Twitter for an unimaginable price point because he wanted to at least have some level of control over information, for sure, right? I mean, it's a massive social media platform. I think he purchased it specifically because, or originally he, I don't even think he originally wanted to purchase it. He thought he could get out of it. Then he was forced to purchase it at this insane price point. And immediately devalued it. Having said that, in the process of devaluing it, he was like, well, I'm just going to make the most of this. And I'm going to use Twitter as the new 4chan, as a faucet for unrestricted right-wing content that I agree with. Okay. And that's one thing. But he could have basically gained Trump's allegiance without buying Twitter. He could have just simply, been in the tank for Donald Trump from the start and given him $160 million like he did. And then he still would have had this level of access to Donald Trump. So it's not necessarily just that he bought it, like he lucked into it is what I'm trying to say. He has had an entire career of failing upwards over and over and over again. And I think this is yet another one of those instances. Everything is 4chan hate, to break it to you all, the world. I mean, yeah, there has been a 4chanification of TikTok as well. I mean, look at all the manosphere content that is like popping off on both TikTok and every other social media platform. Shit that like people used to say in black pill forums and red pill forums. Now average people use like mogging. You know what I mean? Mogging, mewing, all this stuff is just like normal lexicon, and it originated in these idiotic fucking black pill forums.
But the man attacks her husband Paul, hitting him repeatedly on the head with a hammer. Paul Pelosi escapes with his life, but requires surgery for a fractured skull. While most people take the chance to decry political violence, the new owner of Twitter, Elon Musk, posts a tweet sharing an entirely false claim that Paul Pelosi was in fact injured in a drunken fight with a male.
Mewing started in bodybuilding forums. What do you mean? Yeah. Okay. Exactly. That's what I mean. Yeah. You're proving my point.
Prostitute with whom he was involved. Musk includes a link to a false claim on a website that has a history of publishing conspiracy theories, including a story asserting that Hillary Clinton is dead and has been replaced by a body double. Musk's post is retweeted 24,000 times before he deletes it. November 18th, Musk's Twitter starts to unlock previously banned accounts. Misogynist far-right influencer Andrew Tate was permanently banned from Twitter in 2017 after urging women to, quote, bear some responsibility for rape. Now he's back. Tate posts, I've decided to fly to the failed state of California, walk into Twitter HQ, and tell @Elon Musk he's a legend. On my way. 2 months later, Tate will be arrested in Romania on suspicion of human trafficking, rape, and forming an organized crime group. December 8th. 3 members of Twitter's Trust and Safety Council resign. In their resignation letter, they cite research that found slurs against Black Americans and gay men jumped 195% and 58% respectively since Musk's takeover. 3 days later, the remaining members of Twitter's Trust and Safety Council are dismissed. Musk then tweets that, quote, my pronouns are prosecute Fauci, a reference to a conspiracy theory.
My goat. Fauci the goat. By the way, talking about fucking sore losers, look at this dumbass, dude. States Harris won versus ID requirement. He's like, dude, your team won. Your team won. Why are you being a sore winner? Not to talk about being a sore loser. Sorry. Like, this is exactly what Trump did in 2016 as well, dude. Oh, my Lord. 900,000 likes. Oh, we're so cooked. We're done. We're done. This country's fucking done. It's in the tank. It's in the pooper. Throw it out. We got to do a hard reset. It's so over. You have Republicans becoming even more insane. You have Democrats also becoming more insane. It's just everyone is insane now. Once again, at 3:30 a.m., ballot dump losses a critical race in Wisconsin. Yeah, you know what state that Donald Trump won that has no photo ID requirement? Pennsylvania. Why is it not featured in this Newsmax article? You would never understand this. HasanAbi, it's the love of the game. You can't understand this because you're too in love with your own game of eating chicken every day. Okay, Michael Hastings fan. Why you got to call me out like that? I do love eating chicken every day. Man-in-the-middle attacks are theoretically possible, but I think only like the U.S. government will be able to beat encryption. It does annoy me that Elon Musk has a security clearance while being buddies with Putin. Yeah, Elon Musk's Twitter likes are fake, so it doesn't really matter. But anyway, let's continue. Where the fuck were we? Oh, here.
That the COVID crisis was exacerbated by America's top infectious disease doctor. December 16th.
No, PA doesn't require it. That's what I'm saying. PA doesn't require it either, but Trump won Pennsylvania. So once again, they're doing the thing where there are plenty of states that don't require photo ID, okay, when you're going out to vote. but the states that Republicans won are good states. They are states where no electoral fraud happened. States where Donald Trump didn't win, they must have had some kind of voter fraud occurring. They just don't mention it.
16th, having claimed he's a free speech absolutist, Musk bans @ElonJet, a Twitter account that tracks the movements of his private jet using publicly available data. Musk also bans the accounts of a number of journalists who have written about @ElonJet. February 12, 2023. Ahead of the Super Bowl, both Musk and President Joe Biden tweet their support for the Philadelphia Eagles. Biden's tweet is seen 29 million times, Musk's just 9 million times. Incensed, Musk leaves the game early and calls an impromptu meeting of Twitter engineers at 2:36 a.m. Their job? To change the Twitter algorithm to artificially inflate the reach of Musk's tweets by a factor of 1,000, making him the preeminent presence on the site. July 23rd, Musk announces Twitter is now called X. August 25th, Donald Trump, once banned, returns to the platform by posting a picture of his mugshot from Fulton County Jail with the words, "Election interference,
He's such a bad bitch for this.
never surrender." Musk reposts the shot. 4 days later, X reverses Twitter's long-standing ban on paid political advertising. November 15th, in a post promoting the racist conspiracy theory that Jewish people are importing immigrants to America to fix elections for Democrats, one X user writes, "Jewish communities have been pushing the exact kind of dialectical hatred against whites that they claim to want people to stop using against them." Musk replies saying, "You have said the actual truth." In response, several advertisers, including Disney, Warner Brothers, and Comcast, paused their advertising on X. Musk then tells advertisers concerned by hate speech on the platform,
Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Is that clear?
Over subsequent months, Musk will become obsessed with the false claim that Democrats are allowing immigrants into America to create more Democratic voters, in effect, stealing the coming election, sharing the claim numerous times with his followers and pushing it to tens of millions more who choose not to follow him.
Yeah. Yeah, this video is not a conspiracy. This is just facts. Like, this is completely... I think that this video so far is like pretty fact-centered. Like, Elon Musk bought Twitter, was forced to buy Twitter, thought he could get out of it by pointing to the bots. He couldn't, was forced to buy Twitter. Then he was like, I'm going to make the most of this and basically turn it into a website where everybody loves me. And as the world's richest guy, he did that. He did do just that. He wiped out half of Twitter's value in the process, but it doesn't really matter because now you have this massive social media platform that you are using to basically brainwash people. This XG clip shows how insane Elon's algo is.
Now I'm getting fucking. Look! 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 Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm about to go get some water! Brother, on my phone, on my laptop, on my PC, on my alt account, I swear to God, I every time I refresh, I get Elon Musk on my top page. That's fucking busted. Brother.
Yeah. I think it's, if you follow him, you're just getting blasted with that shit. Because while I do see some Elon Musk stuff every now and then, it's not as frequent. So I assume they like algo boost him pretty aggressively. So if you follow him at all, you're cooked. Like, you're definitely going to see his shit nonstop. What is this? John Green has a video exposing Musk disinfo. It's pretty good. Let's continue with this. I like this
A year
video.
later, it will be revealed that Musk, a South African immigrant, worked illegally in the US in the 1990s.
For the record, I just want to point something out here. Like, Jeff Bezos owns the Washington Post. Okay? Billionaires own newspapers. Mark Zuckerberg owns Facebook. Billionaires own social media platforms. So for Elon Musk, the way he sees it is like, this is no different. Like, I am going to buy at least one avenue of information dissemination, and I'm going to use it to suit my purposes. The difference between Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk, however, is that Elon Musk is, of course, not as competent, even though both are evil. Elon Musk is not as competent as Mark Zuckerberg is. So obviously in the process, he's doing it in a very, like, he's manipulating this stuff in a very open way. Okay? That's the major difference here. He's very similar to Donald Trump in that regard, where like every rich person to a certain degree is engaging in some level of grift or is behaving like a con man. Most politicians have different methods of legalized corruption that they engage in. But Donald Trump is unique in the sense that he just does it openly. And he's not doing it in a way where he's trying to at least have plausible deniability. And Elon Musk is no different than Donald Trump in that regard, where he will just openly grift and openly engage in this charlatan behavior. So people are more tuned into it. People are more aware of it. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Why does it not matter? Because he's the richest man on the fucking planet.
November 25th, on X, Musk boosts the Pizzagate conspiracy theory, a long-debunked claim alleging high-profile Democrats ran a pedophile abuse ring from a Washington pizza restaurant. March 25th, 2024. Musk loses a lawsuit against the Center for Countering Digital Hate. He'd sued them after they flagged a rise in hate speech after Musk bought Twitter. In his ruling, a U.S. district judge calls Musk's case vapid and says this case is about punishing the defendants for their speech. In 2024, Musk creates a political action committee which he calls America PAC. Its objective is to mobilize 1 million Republican voters in swing states in an effort to hand the election to Trump. Musk commits to putting tens of millions of dollars of his own money into the Get Out the Vote push and clears his calendar every Friday morning for 30 to 60 minutes to meet with the team he's assembled to run the effort. July 14th. Musk calls Trump on behalf of J.D. Vance, urging Trump to select Vance as his running mate. Vance says abortion is murder and insults women who haven't become mothers.
A bunch of childless cat ladies who are miserable at their own lives and the choices that they've made.
Musk's phone call is part of a broad effort by Silicon Valley billionaires to ensure Vance is selected. The next day, Vance is unveiled as Trump's vice presidential candidate. September 6th, Trump says that if he wins, he will appoint Musk to head up a government efficiency commission.
And Elon, because he's not very busy, has agreed to head that task force.
The idea came from Musk, whose companies are currently facing at least 20 federal investigations. If he gets the role, it would give the world's richest man the power to regulate the regulators who hold sway over his companies. Last year alone, his companies were promised $3 billion across nearly 100 different contracts with 17 federal agencies. Yep. September 9th, Musk spreads a conspiracy theory that immigrants in Ohio are eating people's pets. The following day, Trump repeats the slur during the presidential debate with Kamala Harris.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs.
The false claim leads to multiple bomb threats against the Springfield immigrant community. September 15th and 16th. Over a single weekend, Musk amplifies a conspiracy theory that ABC leaked sample debate questions to the Harris campaign, falsely claims that the Dems want to take your kids, further fuels racist lies about immigrants eating pets, shares with his nearly 200 million followers on X that Trump must win to, quote, preserve freedom and meritocracy in America, and insinuates that it is suspicious that no one is even trying to assassinate Biden and Kamala, adding a thinking face emoji. The U.S. Secret Service confirms that it is aware of the post. The White House issues a statement saying violence should only be condemned.
This man is a defense contractor, dude. And he gets billions of dollars of subsidies from the federal government. But because he's the wealthiest man on the planet, he can just straight up say that and not even face a little bit of repercussions. What an incredible moment in time. Just unimaginable shit.
Condemned, never encouraged or joked about. This rhetoric is irresponsible. October 4th.
And y'all laughed at him for buying Twitter. I mean, yeah, it was chatter. Elon Musk purchasing Twitter would have been a spectacular defeat if the Democratic Party actually fucking ran a good campaign and Donald Trump did not win the election. Like, we are now talking about how lucky he got. He got lucky. He was forced into buying Twitter, used it as a fucking massive propaganda faucet for the most unrestricted, unfiltered right-wing comments and commentary you've ever seen. Neo-Nazi shit runs amok on the website. And it would have been a disaster. And he still hasn't necessarily like profited off of it at all. Elon Musk could have not bought Twitter and still been in the tank for Donald Trump. And that would have been favorable for him in the same exact way if Donald Trump won. So we're basically giving him credit for something that he did not design. Okay? I'm doing a subathon like Kai Cenat to raise money for this.
Fourth, Musk posts, unless Trump wins and we get rid of the mountain of smothering regulations that have nothing to do with safety, humanity will never reach Mars. This is existential. Musk is the owner of SpaceX and stands to make billions from US government space contracts. October 5th, the user handle @America is taken from an ex-user and given by Musk to his America PAC. That evening, he joins the former president on stage in Pennsylvania, jumping about wildly.
Fight, 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 vote, vote, vote.
By now, he's moved with his senior team to a war room in a hotel in Pennsylvania to focus full-time on the Trump campaign. He speaks to Trump multiple times a week, is doing a series of pro-Trump town halls across the state, and has recruited lieutenants from his companies to join him. October 15th, legal filings from Musk's Political Action Committee show he has personally donated at least $75 million to the effort to re-elect Trump. October 18th, it's revealed that another Musk-funded group called Future Coalition PAC is targeting Muslim voters in Michigan and Jewish voters in Pennsylvania with diametrically opposed political advertisements about Kamala Harris. In areas with large Muslim...
Like, this is the type of shit that would not have worked if the top line message here was consistent and clear. Do you understand what I mean? If Kamala Harris had a well-established position that separated herself from Joe Biden's very unpopular position on Israel, then none of this shit would have worked. It would have just been noise, background noise. People would have literally presented this as like, yeah, they're trying to rat fuck the campaign. It's obviously not working because like everybody understands what Kamala Harris's clear-cut position is. They allowed this weakness, allowed people like Donald Trump to be able to successfully message. Because it's not like what they were presenting was wrong, okay? But you also need to acknowledge the influence Twitter had on the election. No, because the American population's Twitter usage has gone down since Elon Musk's purchase, okay? Even if it's all like right-wing shit, it still doesn't change that reality. Like it was, I think, at its peak performance in the past, when it was quote unquote liberal, it was like 20% of the American public used Twitter. It's not as readily used at all. It's just, and it's gone down significantly since then. 20% is a lot, but it's not that anymore. That's my point. Empty signifier, white guy tier list, and you're in F tier? Aw.
Muslim populations, the group is painting Harris as a close friend of Israel and is suggesting that she's beholden to the beliefs of her Jewish husband. But in areas with large Jewish populations, the ads say Harris panders to Palestine. Simultaneously, Musk is offering $100 to any Pennsylvania voter who signs his online petition as part of an effort to build a list of likely Trump voters. He also starts giving away $1 million a day to a randomly chosen voter who signed the petition. October 19th, it's revealed that the Building America's Future PAC, another Musk-funded campaign group, is impersonating the Harris campaign by setting up a fake website containing fake policy positions, then sending out text messages driving voters to the fake site. October 24th, it's revealed that Musk gave his America PAC a further $44 million in the first 16 days of October.
Like, he could have done all this and still gotten the same level of access from Trump. Purchasing Twitter, you didn't need to do that, is what I mean. You didn't need to purchase Twitter and then tank its fucking valuation by half. How is any of that legal, lol? Hello? We live in the United States of America. If you're rich, you can do whatever the fuck you want, okay? If you're wealthy, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
October 25th.
Who's going to prosecute him? He runs the government now. Who's going to prosecute him?
The Wall Street Journal reports that Musk has been in regular contact with Russian President Vladimir Putin since 2022. October 27th, Musk speaks at the now infamous Trump rally at Madison Square Garden, a gathering characterized by racism, misogyny.
ICC? Yeah, good luck, dude. The ICC can't even fucking stop Israel. What the fuck? Yeah, that's why the applications for the warrants of arrest of war criminals in the Israeli government have still yet to be filed. I mean, the applications have been filed, but they haven't gone through. And that's not America. That's Israel. That's America's attack dog, okay, in the region.
And threats of violence.
USA!
USA!
Musk has posted more than 3,000 times on X in the last month, including dozens of unfounded claims about the election, which have been viewed hundreds of millions of times. Apart from Trump himself, Musk is now the single biggest spreader of election disinformation. November 5th, Trump wins the presidential election. Elon Musk, a far-right conspiracy theorist, has succeeded in using his immense wealth to help swing the election in favor of a convicted felon.
Led by donkeys are frustrating because they'll go on about conservatives but say nothing about liberals in the US or UK, labor and the government, and they're still going on about Liz Truss. Yeah. Ugh. What a shitty situation, man. What a shitty situation we have found ourselves in. Holy moly. I'm glad Elon is in this position. He does a lot of good for the world, not just America, and him being in this position accelerates that. I think you should be studied by scientists. Like, your brain should be studied by scientists if you genuinely think that Elon Musk is doing a lot of good for the world. I suspect it's bait at the top of the hour because this chatter thinks that there's a 3-minute ad break coming and he wanted to bait me into serving it, but there is no 3-minute ad break. However, you can still subscribe. Read a nice comment. Thank you, Hasan. Post. Being raised Jewish, I had the idea that an attack on Israel is an attack on the Jewish faith. Your content deprogrammed me to see that Zionism is not Judaism. I'm now a member of the local DSA and proudly say, not in our name. Hell yeah, save Bay. Let's go. This is why, in spite of all the fucking stupidity, I do what I do, for the record. It's gross that people still try to claim that I am harboring anti-Semites or am a secret supporter of anti-Semitism. It's fucking insane. God damn, dude. Holy shit.